Hi, this is Doris Barber. I'm Vice President with Women Business Owners of Montgomery County. And today I'm interviewing our member in the spotlight, Pascale Brady, who is with Sequence Counseling and Consulting Services. Hello,
Hi, how are you?
That's great. I'm so glad to interview you today. Okay, so tell us a little bit more. I just said your name is Pascale Brady and your company, but tell us more about what Sequence Counseling and Consulting Services does.
Sure. So, Sequence Counseling and Consulting Services is a counseling practice which has a number of psychologists and social workers and therapists and a psychiatrist. So, we offer mental health services in Montgomery County. We are based in Rockville, and we have another office now in Silver Spring. And we also have a coaching arm. And so, the coaching arm does career services as well as executive coaching and corporate program services. So, and that's where I get involved because I'm the director of corporate programs.
Okay, excellent. So, how did you get started with Sequence? I know you have another, you're an entrepreneur outside of Sequence, but how did you get started with Sequence?
So I also do something else outside of my work, which is I teach parent education classes, and I was teaching a parenting workshop at Kathleen Landers, who's the director of Sequence, at her kid's school, and we started talking in the parking lot. And I had always wanted to join a counseling services company because it's very lonely when you're an entrepreneur at home working alone all day long, and so I really wanted to join a company, and I've always thought it'd be great to be a coach in a counseling company, and so that's how that happens. We really hit it off, and we get along really well, and I'm privileged to be able to work with Kathleen in that sequence.
Excellent. So, what do you enjoy most about being with Sequence?
So it's the fact to be, like I just said, not alone, and to have this practice filled with wonderful people who are amazing therapists and career coaches, and to be able to share and just they have regular, I forget what they call them, not supervision meetings, but regular meetings where they discuss about their clients. So I'm not really there because I'm a coach, and not on the therapy side of things, but just to have regular business meetings, to be part of a business again, to not be alone, to be able to bounce ideas off of somebody, to be able to, and then another thing too is when you're an entrepreneur, you have to go get your own business, right? You have to go beat the pavement and go to WBO and talk to other people, which is wonderful, right? But it sometimes it gets a little tiring when you're part of a large organization. You get the privilege of getting clients brought to you by the fact that you're part of this organization. So that's one of the things that's really wonderful about it as well.
Excellent. So, okay. So, this question is for entrepreneurship, but let's see if you can frame it with how you work with Sequence. I have the question is entrepreneurship can be a tough road in difficult moments. So, how do you stay focused on moving forward and making progress? So, how would you turn that around for your work with Sequence?
Yeah, so I could talk about the way I feel about that for myself as an entrepreneur, and I'm just going to say maybe Kathleen has had similar experiences when she started her business, because she started her business, I'm not exactly sure, but let's say about 10 years ago, and she must have gone through similar things in the beginning as well. So I think what's really tough again is this place of loneliness and not having, I come from the corporate world, and I used to be working in teams, and so you would always have meetings and talk about stuff, and when you're completely by yourself, you really second guess yourself a lot, like, is this the right decision? Should I be doing this? Should I not be doing this? Or there's certain, when you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, you have to do it all. You do the thing that you do in your business. In my case, it's coaching, but you also do all the other things, like you do the accounting and you manage your assistants if you have assistants. You have to do your paperwork and your marketing and your website and et cetera, et cetera. And if you're not that kind of a person, that's awful. And you cannot run a successful business without doing it all and doing it all as well as possible. And so that's one thing that I found really, really hard. The other thing I find hard too is time, work-life balance and time management, because my office is in my home. And so I walk in the morning, I get up and I go turn the coffee on and I go turn my computer on. Or in the evening, my kids are in the other room watching TV and I'm in there working. So that balance and that fence is not really clear when you're by yourself and you're an entrepreneur. When you go to a company, like I go to Sequence, now I'm going to an office and it has opening times and closing times. And so that's actually one of the benefits of working for a company.
Okay, so what are you most excited about right now with Sequence Counseling and Consulting Services?
So really excited, like I talked today at the WBO meeting, of the fact that we have created a workshop called Leading Well, and Leading Well is about helping leaders be healthier, feeling better, have a sense of well-being, and learn about wellness and personal wellness and wellness in their workplaces, because you cannot be a good human being and a functioning human being if you're not healthy and if you're not well, and you certainly can't be a good leader in anything if you're not well. And so this Leading Well workshop is a workshop that can be tailored to any company and any need, but is really about learning about your own personal wellness and then how to bring wellness to your workplace. And so I'm extremely excited about this workshop, and we're creating it as a webinar right now, so it's going to be on the website shortly, so you can go actually watch a smaller version of it as a webinar. And we're just like excited to bring this to companies because it is so incredibly needed. It's all based on mindfulness, and it's a big word and I don't want to scare anybody off, but it's all really based on centering yourself and being more aware of yourself, so again you can function better. It makes such a difference.
Okay. And so what does the road look like ahead for you? I mean, you're really enjoying this position, this job here. So what's the road look like ahead?
Well, hopefully, again, Sequence is at the root a counseling company and not so much a coaching company. And so this is really a new area, both for Kathleen and then for myself as her partner in this endeavor of corporate coaching. And so, we're really hoping to, humbly, we're just hoping to be able to make a difference. We both care so much about wellness for people and about people just doing better, because when we feel good, we do good in the world, and the world needs doing good right now. And so I think that if we can make a small difference by growing this Leading Well workshop and then getting into companies and doing more one-on-one coaching around this topic, I think, one Leading Well workshop at a time, one company at a time, one human, one group at a time, we can actually make, hopefully, the world a little bit of a better place. So I'm just beyond excited and humbled to be doing this work, truly.
Side issue here. So what do you like to do when you're not working?
Oh my God, there's so many things I like to do. So I said before, another thing I do, which is, it's work, but it's a passion, is teaching parent education classes. I'm on another board, which is the Stop Hunger Foundation board of Sodexo. So I help these two causes, and I care a lot about that. And then I go in the woods. I walk my talk by walking in the woods, and I be in nature. I have a yard, so I do a lot of yard work. I love cooking. I love eating. I love traveling. I love my kids, and I go visit them and take care of my kids. So I read, I watch movies. I like to go to museums. I am an avid liver, and I just love everything about life. And so when I'm not working, I'm living life to its fullest in every way.
Absolutely inspiring. Okay, so now how can our viewers get in touch with you?
Okay, so I have to look it up because I have more than one email address, but my email address is pbrady, Pascale Brady, PBRADY at sequenceservices.com. But more importantly, the website of Sequence is www.sequenceservices.com. Very easy. And so if you go to this website, you'll see the two locations. You'll be able to access all the therapists, all the coaches, all the services that we have. We rent a room. We have an institute where we teach workshops. So there's really a lot to be to see on that website, and to find me and everybody else at Sequence.
Thank you so much, Pascale Brady with Sequence Counseling and Consulting Services. You are a member in the spotlight.
I am. Thank you, and I'm so privileged.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Take care.